Good morning, Adonis. It's nice waking up to you. You're waking up to you. So every morning we wake up to ourselves, and I am one of the contents of the awareness. It's so beautiful to wake up uh, to a to a state of wakefulness. So the conscious mirror began to reflect again all your worlds, all our world jumps into the conscious mirror, and voila, there's so magic. In the deepest sleep, we are nobody, we are no one, but once you wake up, you're someone. And the whole world manifested in front of you, inside you. How are you this morning? Great. So the understanding of the true self is deeper and deeper. Right? Hopefully everybody felt this way. It's so beautiful that you can be self-aware. It's a magic, and most of us took this for granted for many, many, many years, even many, many lives. So what I'm going to say is the very awareness is the God essence. How many things have to be there to make you aware? Almost everything. Our parents, the food, the nature, the air, the water, the ocean. So it's an organic whole. We are never be separated from the totality. And as human being, we have this ability to understand this, to appreciate the God. Once you understand this, you're no different from the God or the Buddha. Let's say the Buddha or the ultimate. That's the purpose of life, actually. You enter the field of eternal, a field of eternity and infinity. Actually, the reality is always eternal and infinite. It has been like this all the time or no time. It's such a beautiful realization that we are beyond the limited conditioned body mind. The total freedom. Do you wonder what you will continue to play as next? So, very good question. In Buddha's teaching, we say once you awakened, you're okay with anything that happened to you, because it's like you recognize your smart TV. You awakened. So I still use the metaphor between the smart TV and all the programs or the channels of the TV. So awakening means you're not the program, you're not channels, you're not the specific character in the movie anymore. You are the smart TV, or you are the conscious mind or consciousness behind all these programs or movies or lives. But it's not denial of the experience or the programs. You can enjoy everything that comes next. You don't expecting next, because every next is now, is here, is complete and perfect. So the contents of the next or the contents of now is not important. It's not doesn't matter anymore, because you always have that God essence, that fundamental understanding of the reality. You always shine like a sunlight. You always shines over the planet Earth, no matter it's a fish, it's a bird, it's a bacteria. You follow? So as a smart TV, you enjoy every program accordingly. You talk to the people when it comes, and you say goodbye to them when it leave you. Everything becomes so natural, sync, in sync. I'll say you're not pretending, you're not even preparing. Everything becomes synchronistic. I'll say spontaneously happening, and every happening, no matter what content it is, you see its beauty. Everything around you, inside you, is beautiful. It's ultimately beautiful. It's fundamentally beautiful right now. That's Buddha's teaching. We say is the eyes of Dharma. So you have a Dharma eye. You see everything beautiful. You see everything uh, underneath every name and form. You see the God essence, or you see the Buddha nature. You know, fundamentally, you are one with everything, and you share this godness with everything and everyone. So, for example, this morning I just wake up. I want to talk. I talk. Sometimes I don't want to talk. I don't talk. I watch movies. Sometimes I watch movies. It's beautiful movie. Yeah. What times period function? Interested in hearing anything Dong shares? Thank you, thank you. Dong. My right hand injury has flared up. Oh, sorry, recently, and it is in a brace, so can't type question recently. Sorry to hear that, Kirsten. Um, One suggestion here: you can put your hand on the wrist and imagine you have a light around your hand, and heal it. Say love, say I'm sorry, thank you, and love you. So it's kind of light healing. So this is one suggestion from meditation technique. And you are meditating while you're healing yourself. But now the difference is it's your conscious choice, and you use some special technique. But the foundation is that you try to heal yourself, be conscious, and visualize yourself as a light ball, or the whole body is light. Um, just try and continue to do that. The magnitude needs some practice to increase that magnitude, or to increase the power of healing. When did you begin talking differently by? When did you begin talking differently? My reasoning is changing, but my action are facing or lacking behind. Sometimes the body kind says something and I say, why did I say that? I don't even agree with that. That's good. You saw some conflict, or let's say conflict, or in how to say, some fights, or in harmony between the intention and the action. That's normal. Once you find there's a difference between the your mind and your behavior, or the mind and the patterns of behavioral thinking. Now, just let's put this. Now you try to awaken, okay? You try to be aware of the awareness self. But all the habitual thinking pattern, words, behavior, try to uh, block or try to hinder in the way. That's normal. It's the process of awakening. But now you have the destination. You know you have the total picture. So the real practice starts from awakening, and you are on the right path right now. You see kind of conflict or difference between I want to awaken and the old patterns that hinder your awakening. And this period takes like months, years, even lives. It depends your determination, your method, your, you know, there's 6 parameters: your livelihood, your surroundings. But anyway, once you determine to awaken, and you have that big picture or the final destination to go, nothing can stop you. How long it takes depends, but now you will reach there sooner or later. It's as though the mind fears being silent around others. Uh, yes, if it, be in the public or be in the markets, um, disturbs you, you can choose a. You can start from a silent, quiet room. That's why we need some initiations. We need some That's why there's people go into mountains for years, right? But after living in the mountain, they have to come back to the world. The real practice is in the world. is in the family. Actually, the family is the core. Is the core of the relationships. Do you agree? Most people, there's a tendency that I can treat very well to the friends, to the other people or my colleagues, but I couldn't treat well to my family members. No, it's wrong, because the family is our Dharma Dhatu, is our temple. The parents, the partners, and the kids is the place to practice. The mind fears being silent. So, what is aware of the fear? Awareness. So the awareness is aware of the fear, right? The awareness itself is scared or not. So you have to define it by yourself. You have to recognize by your direct experience. So you notice there's fear or there's anxiety, there's anger, or whatever form it takes. The awareness that the aware of all these forms itself is scared or no. The answer is no. The awareness, the major function of awareness is to reflect, to be aware. Itself has never been damaged, been hurt. So that separation should be established. That's why always the first step is you have that space between the awareness and the contents of awareness. That space should be established first, firsthand. There's a safe zone. There's a time pause. You don't follow the habitual thinking, behavior, or fear, or whatever. You notice you are the conscious mirror, reflecting all the contents. Now, you're listening to me, you're aware of my image, you're aware that you're texting or chatting. As a background, the awareness is always safe, pure, unconditioned, unlimited, and cannot be limited, cannot be conditioned, cannot be defiled. So this knowledge or wisdom should be understood or experienced by yourself. Once you have this experience, you have more confidence. Yes, my knowledge becomes true for you. So remember two entrances of the Bodhidharma. The first patriarch of Chan in China. Two entrances, knowledge and practice. First, we have to understand you are undisturbable, you are undistractable, you are unlimited. That knowledge should be established and understood. Then you apply this knowledge or wisdom into your everyday life. They say practice. So practice knowledge, knowledge practice, practice knowledge, knowledge practice. 2 steps. That's why Buddha called the master of 2 feet. 2 feet here means knowledge, practice, knowledge, practice, knowledge, practice. You can balance yourself, in the dance with the world. In every moment, every place, every situation, in the doing and the non-doing, you're so balanced. Hope you will. Yeah, Kristen. Why do you think Buddhism never spread in Africa? So many of its tokens could relieve so much sufferings on that continent. So, are you from Africa? I don't know. Maybe African people have this very strong indigenous culture. You know, like Egypt, right? They have very strong his own cultural background. Oh, Nigerian, great. You must be very good at soccer. I like play soccer. But now you're listening to the Buddha's teaching now. If hopefully I transfer or relay that information, the Buddha's teaching well here. So take this chance, and I think you really do appreciate the Buddha's teaching, and it is so profound. China has a strong cultural background too, right? Yes. So before the Buddhism came to influence China around first century, China has very indigenous like a Buddhism, like a Taoism and Confucianism. But China, the history of China is very open. So they opened for the Buddhism to come from India. Actually, it's after the transmission of Buddhism from India to China, roughly between the first century and the sixth century, there's a time of back and forth. Also, the translation of the sutras. Also the Chinese government organized an official translation, 3,000 people translating, editing, connecting, all the materials of Buddhism. So that's why Buddhism flourished in China with its local taste, like Chan, like Zen, like Huayan School, the flower garland school. And it's beautiful. You see, no matter which country it's originated, if it's true for everybody. That's the meaning of truth. So it's true for you now, it's true for me. That's why people love Buddhism. I mean, if you really understand the essence teaching of Buddhism, we must love it because it's telling the truth. There's echoes between the heart and heart, mind and mind. And the laws of China's values align with that of many of African traditions. Yes. I thought China was more uh, xenophobic with outsiders. It's only now. So China's history has a 5,000 years of history. Before Qing Dynasty or before 20th century, China was quite open, quite kind. So we accepted Buddhism from India quite well, blended with the local religion like Taoism and Confucianism. So now in China, Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism is like is a organic whole now. You cannot take one out of and become independent. No. So like Confucianism basically tells you how to be nice, be kind, to follow the orders, listen to the elders, take care of the young, the social orders. That's basically the Confucianism focused on, while Taoism is more focused be harmonious with nature, be focus on self-development of health, be one with the heaven and earth. So while Buddhism is more focused on how to be self-aware, so everything is so well fit to each other. Actually, it's a whole. It's a one thing. You have to be kind. You have to be calm. You have to be enlightened. So enlightened. So it's very good different approaches, but the final destination is same. So in this perspective, I'm so grateful that I am a Chinese. I appreciate more that I am Chinese after my immigration to China. Why? Because I see the difference. In Canada, there's a lack of, that Confucianism and Taoism practice or understanding or knowledge or cultural background. Now because I can see the difference, I cherish the Chinese root more and more after I immigration to Canada. I cherish the value of, the Buddhism, the Taoism, the Confucianism. That's why religion has its value, right? If there's no value, it cannot last for so long, for 1,000 years. I guess the history books are saying something different. That's what's funny about the past. Yeah. Every book, every history, every culture has two aspects. Has, black and white, yes and no. But it depends on you to select what is usable or valuable for you. So consciousness has to play a role. It's same thing as you go to the supermarkets, you pick the most. You pick the one that most fit for you or suitable for you, right? You don't pick up the garbage food. You pick organic food. The all the garbage food is there, like chips. I mean, just example here. But you pick up the veggies, meat, or eggs. That's your choice. Same thing. In the whole world, there's so many information, so many books, so many culture, so many religion. It depends on you to select, to filter the garbage or dirt or negativity, and welcome the positive, the organic stuff. You're doing right now. You're listening to this. You don't, on the internet itself, there's so many contents, good or bad, beautiful or ugly. Now you choose channel into the choose sitting. You echo with your heart. That's all. So today's title is Be Present. Be present has two steps. Actually, be present means be self-aware. Everybody is aware. Awareness is our essential nature. Once you wake up, you're aware. Be present means that the awareness can be aware of itself. Now you're aware, you can listen to my words. It's outgoing process. Your attention is now on my words or on my image. It's outgoing process. Be present means you can also have the attention back to the awareness itself. That's called being present. You got it? I use the circle again. So being aware means the first half circle. Your attention is outgoing. Being self-aware or being present means you can draw the second half circle, like have the attention back to its source. So you draw a complete circle. And this complete circle is dynamic. It spins. It's in your activity. It's in your listening. It's in my talking. It's in your censoring the world. It's in your memorizing. It's in your doing. It's in your workplace. It's in your mindfulness. It's in your dishwashing. Okay, it spins so fast that you are present at any time, any space, while you can enjoy your doing. Hopefully, I explain it clearly. Do you follow? Do you still feel sporadic anxiety at times? Yes, I do. I felt for example, just very tiny things. When I went to this room to talk, to open the YouTube channel, my cats are here. My cats were here and jump on the bed or somewhere else. So I, in my mind, I said, "Oh, come on, can you just be out of this room for 1 hour?" I have that. I won't say it's anxious, or it's a little bit river or ripple in my mind, or little bit disturbance, sporadic, very subtle disturbance of the mind. But actually, it's good. So after your awakening, all your process is to see that you have the power to see that you have this very individual patterns of thinking, behavior, or anxiety, or you have the disturbance or waves in the ocean of mind. You can see it. So and you can see it. After you can see it, you can understand it more. You're like a scientist to study the inner world in a very subtle way. And from there, you can check, you can correct, you can adjust. And you can let go. And it shows that you are in the right path, because you can see that sporadic, subtle anxiety or any disturbance now, and you need to be calm enough to see that. You need to be conscious enough to see that. And my suggestion here is, after we see that, we can check or back to the source. Use the insight that everything you can see, perceive, no matter how subtle it is empty, it's unreal. And from that understanding, you can manage it, you can harmonize it, you can use it. Do you follow? The egoic pattern of thinking, behavior, and inner chatter won't disappear in one day. But no matter how strong it seems, how lasting, or how long it can happen, you have the insight of seeing through it. So that's the sutra. The heart sutra is so important. I talked about yesterday. The first sentence, actually, once you can understand the first sentence of Heart Sutra, you can solve all the problems, you can end all the sufferings, and then you realize there's no suffering at all. It's all our projection. So the first sentence is, in Chinese we say, 观自在菩萨，行深般若波罗蜜多时，照见五蕴皆空，度一切苦厄. If you really understand this, everything, there's no problem at all. You're awakened. So in English, we say, when Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara, it's a very weird name. When Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara entered the deep meditation, he or she realized all the 5 skandhas are empty, and from there he can how to say, ends all the suffering. He can transcend all the sufferings. That's a very powerful statement of wisdom from Buddha, from this Heart Sutra. All the 5 skandhas, forms, every form and name of the phenomenal world, feelings, perceptions, mental activities or mental formations, and individualized understanding, or we say individualized consciousness, or awakened consciousness, they say that the 5 skandhas are all empty. So if back to the mirror and its reflections, your conscious mirror see all the reflections of the mirror itself are empty, has no true self, can not damage you, cannot hurt you, cannot defile you, then you're good, you're awakened. So back to your question, you see the disturbance, you see the anxiety or depression or anger, jealousy, any forms of the mental activity or emotional activity. Once you see it, you know it's empty. Then every problem solved. Because once you see its emptiness, you see they have no power influencing you or over you or damage you or hurting you. That's called sudden enlightenment. Do you follow? It's an understanding. It's a wisdom. It's a total solution of all the suffering. Trust me. Yeah. Please explain emptiness once again. So, emptiness is the core teaching of Buddha. So profound. And so let's start from, let's say this cell phone. Okay? This cell phone is empty. First of all, it's not denial of the phenomenal world. It's here. The cell phone is here. But it's a reflection of my mind. My mind is a conscious mirror. It's like a conscious mirror. It's a reflection in my conscious mirror. So emptiness means this cell phone cannot exist itself. It has to coexist with many other different factors, like the material, like the designer, engineer, technology, um, manufacturer, all the material from the different parts of planet Earth depends on the machine, the worker, the designer. So itself cannot, it has to be coexist with other things. So itself has no true existence. That's called emptiness. Emptiness is not denial of this thing. Emptiness means everything is depending on every other thing. Make sense? The whole reality is one total organic whole. I'm in that totality now. You are in the totality now. Everything is in that totality. No matter what's that thing? This cup, this wallet, everything is coexisting. That's called emptiness. The teaching of emptiness also related to other two teachings of Buddha: impermanence and non-self. Non-self, this phone has no true self because it has to coexist with every other thing. That's but it is here because of me, because of my awareness. Imagine in deep sleep, you're not aware of anything. Where's the cell phone? Or you could say, my awareness and this cell phone coexisting. Make sense? No mirror, no reflection. No reflection, no mirror. The reflection and mirror itself has to coexist. And you apply this understanding to everything. Nothing is permanent. It's always transmitting or fleeting, transient. As scientists say now, everything spins. And our body has million cells be born and die at the same time. Is always in a dynamic flow. Everything does so. So that's called emptiness. There's no self here. There's no a single self. Nothing has a true self, actually. Everything is organic in one. And we are that one, but manifested in this form and name. It's so beautiful. You have that total harmony between the unmanifested and manifested, between the ultimate and body-mind. No matter you're thinking or you're not thinking, you're always one with the whole. But as a human being, we have the potential to understand this. Why we are here. Who am I? What am I? That's the bliss of human being. So sometimes I feel my body mind is a reflection in the conscious mirror, but actually it's one. You see, there's no such thing as body mind. The body mind is the mirror itself. The reflection of the mirror is the mirror itself. It's so beautiful. Your body sensation, your understanding, your watching now, your room, is the manifestation of you, the pure awareness. So it's one. Again, I try to repeat the Rupert Spira, his famous quote. I like this one because it simplifies the teaching, the essence of Buddha's teaching into very simple sentence. So you are the pure, loving awareness in which all the experiences appear. All the experiences means what you can see, you are seeing me. What you can listen, you're listening to me. What you can smell, fresh air. What you can taste, the neutral, bland taste of your tongue. What you can touch your hands. And what you can think. Consciousness, and you are that consciousness in which all experiences appear. Your world is appearing in you right now. That's the first part. Second part, consciousness is that of which all the experiences are made. So what we can see, hear, touch, smell, taste, and think are made of consciousness or awareness. Make sense? Yes. It's like every object in the space is made of space itself. I put this cell phone in between this space. This cell phone takes a temporary form and occupies this space. You see, the form is in the space right now and is made of space. Actually, Einstein have this famous quote: object in the space is the extension of the space. Einstein said that, not me, okay? Einstein said, I repeat, the object in the space is an extension of the space itself. So to translate into this context, all the experiences that I can see this object and you can see me are made of awareness itself. So beautiful. You see, scientists are matching the reality now. That's the second part. Consciousness is that of which the experience are made of or made. The third part, consciousness or awareness is that by which all the experiences are known. So powerful. So awareness knows everything in the awareness itself. Awareness knows the contents of the awareness. Okay, like a mirror knows the reflections now, and try to understand, try to analyze, try to measure, try to do all kinds of human stuff. All the science, technology, engineering, is that the knowledge we know now is known by the awareness itself. Everything you can see is a knowledge, especially human made. This is knowledge. Science, technology, engineering, material, manufacturing, all include one now. So beautiful. Anyway, you can put all this to your understanding and direct experience. The consciousness is that by which it is known. You follow? I repeat, this is so essential. You are the pure, loving awareness in which all your experiences appear. Of which all your experiences are made, and by which all the experiences are known. That's all. Actually, it matches the non-duality so well. There's only consciousness here. There's only awareness. All the matter, information, energy are made of and known and experienced by the awareness itself. There's only one thing in this world, awareness, on top of which manifested in so many infinite different forms, energy, matter, information, form, and name. You follow? Because ask, will there be I or ego if there remains only awareness? It's a egoless I. I am, like a quote in Bible. I am. It's not an egoless I. It's a universal I. It's a universal awareness. You are, you are aware. You are there, right? I am. Everybody can say, I am. I amness is synonymous with the presence or being present. And nobody can give that to you. In the same way, nobody can take it away from you. I am. Can anyone give to you? If it's given, it must be given by God. So, of the awakening, the sense of egoic I will dissolve gradually. That's the process of after awakening. You don't have that egoic I anymore or individual I anymore. The awareness is always there as an open, luminous, connective field. It embraces every form and name, like like an ocean embrace every current, waves and drop. But you can manifest as a current, as a wave, to communicate, to serve, to care, to love. And you are very specific, you are very unique in terms of that form and name. Because now you're different, I'm different. The form and name, there's only one single Dong Li here. In the 7 billion population, I'm so unique. I have this looking, I have this understanding, I have my job, my family, my education, and so does you. So are you. Everyone is so unique and individualized, but once you realize you are the entire field or entire the ocean in the form of this current or wave or drop, then the egoic current or I dissolves. Make sense? It's a beautiful realization. That's the purpose of life. We are now in that cosmic ocean. Can you feel? Can you recognize it? We are the drop or the wave in that ocean right now. It's always here now. And it has been waiting for our recognition for so many years. You know, most of people they lost the true self. They lose the true self as a form or name, as a person, as a little me. But once you awakened, oh, I'm using this little me and person I'm the manifestation of the greater self. That's all. It's so easy, actually. So easy. It's easy in terms of it's always we are in this state always, but we are fooled by the mind. We are sabotaged by the mind. We are imprisoned by the mind for so many years. And this egoic mind in Buddha's teaching is empty. Once you recognize it's empty, boom, the prison is gone in an instant. Let's call sudden enlightenment. Oh my God, it's all illusion. It's a dream-like. It's a bubble-like. It's a lightning-like. It's a morning dew-like. It's transient. It's fleeting. It's empty. It's impermanent. So you understand Buddha's teaching so well. Also, other lineage too. It's non-dual. Is this a Dharma talk? Yes, this is Dharma talk. Dharma talk. Yes. Dharma talk is a talk that awakens you or asking you to back to who you are. That's a Dharma talk. No matter in what form that Dharma talk is. A Dharma talk is to ask you to recognize who you are. That's a Dharma talk. It may be disguised in Buddhism, in Hinduism, in Christianity. There's so many different forms of disguise. So that's why Buddha's teaching or Buddha's Dharma talk is to open the Dharma eye. The Dharma eye. The Dharma eye is our heart. So maybe we can end this session by asking you I used to ask you 3 questions. First one, are you aware? This question is kind of seems to be very funny. Of course I'm aware. You are aware. Everybody is aware. Second question, can you be self-aware? Self-aware means have your attention not only going outward, everybody can have the attention goes outward, right? Now, self-aware means please draw the second half circle of awareness. Let the awareness go inward. I know that I am aware. That's called self-awareness. I am present. I'm aware that I am aware. That's the second half circle of awareness. This is critical in the awakening, okay? You have to draw this second half circle of awareness by yourself. No one can help you. Not your parents, not your partner, not your kids. No one. Not Buddha, not Jesus. So first question, are you aware? Yes. Same question, can you be self-aware? Jaw, have the attention going inward. I am aware that I'm aware. Self-aware. Third, can you maintain in that self-awareness for as long as you could? Magic will happen. Trust me, if you can maintain this self-awareness for minutes, hours, days, years, you will understand all the Buddha's teaching, all the sages' teaching. You, the light of awareness, is shining not only on the contents of awareness, but now it's also shining on yourself. Self-luminous being. Welcome to the club of enlightenment. And there's no enlightenment to attain. Because it's your original face. You just recognize it. Your lost child that coming back to the mother universe. That's all. We have been lost for so many years and lives. But at this moment, and only this moment, you return home. The whole universe is smiling at you. Mother Universe has been waiting for this moment for so many years. Imagine a mother find his lost child. How happy she will be. Tears and cheer. You have done the most greatest contribution to the world, to everything. Nothing can beat this. Trust me. Self-awakening, nothing can beat awakening, because you reach the field of infinity. Everything in the world is finite, okay? Is in a space and time. But now, if you can return the infinity and the eternity, you have done the most greatest contribution or job or mission or whatever. There's no word can describe it right now. That's why Buddha is so important. It's so, in the Tibetan Buddhism, we have to prostrate to a master of Buddha or Bodhisattva 3,000 times. There's a minimum, okay? Sometimes they require to 300,000 prostrations to Buddha or sage or master before you can practice. It's a step-by-step procedure. Why? Because it's Buddha's teaching or any sage's teaching that can awaken you has infinite value. And you recognize that value. Once you recognize it, it becomes yours. And fundamentally, there's not yours and mine. It does not belong to anybody or any corporation or any company or any community. It's a universal. Nothing can beat this. It's so yummy, so powerful, so rich. So profound, so infinite, so infinite. Okay, I think that's all for you today. All for this session. Remain in self-awareness. It is not subject to activity. You see, you can talk. I can talk. You can listening. You can doing your everyday life, and check back. Be self-aware. The more you can do that, or you can be that, the more wisdom you can experience.